Hi, I'm Grant, and I'm 14. I live with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Duchenne is a big part of my life, but there's so much more to it too. I love playing games, doing art, going outside, learning about animals, and the history around me.
Hi, I'm Leslie, Grant's mom. I always knew I wanted to be a mom. When Grant was born, I always like to say, number one, that he was such a fun baby. He always loved to be on the go. So I don't think in the first year or two of life that we suspected anything was wrong. In my eyes, Grant was a perfectly healthy baby boy. He was always a little clumsy and he would fall often. I mean, it seemed like there was always a knot on his head or a bruise. And so there's no way for me to ever know what was showing early signs and what was just Grant as a little baby. 4 years old is kind of when things really started changing. When Grant started kindergarten, the teacher noticed some minor motor delays, like scissor skills and things like that. So we went for an occupational therapy evaluation. One evening, the occupational therapist called and said that she thought we needed to see a neurologist. Then she said she thought Grant might have Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD. I did not know what that disease was. I had never heard of it, but I had heard muscular dystrophy before, and I knew that was really scary. As soon as I got off the call with that OT, I immediately called our pediatrician to try to get testing. I wanted to get him in immediately. Our pediatrician tried to reassure me that Grant was perfectly healthy and that this was nothing to worry about, but I knew that I could not accept that. So I had to kind of force our pediatrician to see him, and it was actually almost a week from the time I called our pediatrician to the time we got in for an examination. During that examination, I could tell that she was noticing weakness. I could see it on her face. At the end of the appointment, she ordered a blood test. The blood test revealed that Grant had extremely elevated CK levels, which were a sign of muscle damage. We were sent to a neurologist for additional testing, and that's when we received Grant's official diagnosis. The neurologist told us that there was no treatment, there was no cure, and that we should take Grant home and love him, and we should come back when he needed a wheelchair. That was the darkest time of my life, but we didn't stay in the darkness for long. We found an event hosted by a nonprofit for Duchenne families. We met families who were living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and we realized we were not alone.
I remember that event was really the first time that I felt like this is gonna be okay and get through this. Really, it was just easy to be able to talk to somebody who is going through the same stuff, so they actually understand what it's like, you know?
We learned about DMD-specific stretches, strategies to protect his muscle, and clinics that specialized in Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We found a clinic specializing in Duchenne that was across the country, and we decided to make the trip. That changed everything. The clinic gave us a lot of proactive strategies to manage Grant's disease and help him get through his day. We learned we have a disease that we can't control, but the parts that we can control, it made us feel like we were doing something. I think the most important thing that we did is we started getting Grant to really pay attention to his body and to listen to what his body said. And when his body was tired, we listened to that. One of the first things that we noticed is that those frequent falls really stopped once Grant started using a mobility chair to help him not get as tired.
I remember getting a scooter. It made getting around so much easier and made me feel more free. I felt way less tired throughout the day.
He didn't use up his energy getting to the park. He was able to get to the park and then use his energy to play. Later, after years of preventative care, our neurologist told us about Duvizat. She said it's an FDA-approved treatment meant to help slow the loss of muscle function and protects from the progression of Duchenne. Because Grant has a rare mutation and Duvizat works regardless of genetic variant, it's the first Duchenne-specific treatment he's ever been eligible for. Before we started, our doctor spoke to us about the risks and benefits of Duvizat, as well as the possible side effects. Duvizat is an oral medication that Grant takes twice a day. It's become part of our normal routine. When we first started Duvizat, Grant had frequent blood work done to monitor the effects of the treatment, but that frequency became less over time. Duvizat makes us feel like we're helping to treat the disease.
Since starting, my muscles don't feel as tight. I feel the difference.
There's been a few side effects, upset stomach and some diarrhea. His blood work showed lowered platelets and increased triglycerides at one point, but the doctor's been monitoring everything closely and Grant's been able to keep taking it. We know Duchenne is progressive, but we don't spend every day waiting for the next loss. We focus on what we can do, and we make sure to laugh a lot.
Duvyzat keeps letting me do the things I love to do. I still play video games, I still hang out with my family, and I don't take life for granted.
Based on where we are today, I would definitely choose Duvyzat for Grant all over again. We don't know what the future holds, but right now, we're living life to the fullest.
What is Duvyzat? Duvyzat is a prescription medicine that is used for the treatment of Duchenne muscular dystrophy, DMD, in people 6 years of age and older. It is not known if Duvyzat is safe and effective in children under 6 years of age. Important safety information. What is the most important information I should know about Duvyzat? Low platelet counts in your blood, thrombocytopenia. Platelets are important for blood clotting, and a decrease in their numbers can lead to an increased risk of bleeding or bruising. Your healthcare provider will check your blood count before you start Duvyzat and regularly during treatment for any signs of thrombocytopenia. Call your healthcare provider right away if you notice any unusual bleeding or small red or purple spots on the skin called petechia. Your healthcare provider may change your dose of Duvyzat if your blood platelet counts continue to be low, or may stop your treatment with Duvyzat. Increased levels of fat, triglycerides in your blood. You may not have any symptoms, so your healthcare provider will do blood tests before you start Duvyzat and regularly during treatment to check your triglyceride levels. Your healthcare provider may change your dose of Duvyzat if your triglyceride levels continue to be high, or may stop your treatment with Duvyzat. Frequent watery loose stools, diarrhea, and vomiting. Duvyzat can cause vomiting and moderate to severe diarrhea. If diarrhea occurs, you should keep track of the frequency and severity of your diarrhea symptoms, drink plenty of fluids, and contact your healthcare provider. Your healthcare provider may change your dose of Duvyzat if the diarrhea cannot be managed or does not go away. Your healthcare provider may also stop your treatment with Duvyzat. Before taking Duvyzat, tell your healthcare provider about all of your medical conditions, including if you have any heart problems or if you take any medicines that could increase your chance for irregular heart rhythms, have any bleeding problems. Tell your healthcare provider about all of the medicines you take, including prescription and over-the-counter medicines, vitamins, and herbal supplements. Taking Duvyzat with certain other medicines may affect each other. Taking Duvyzat with other medicines can cause serious side effects. Do not start or stop other medicines without talking to your healthcare provider. Duvyzat can cause serious side effects, including: see what is the most important information I should know about Duvyzat. Changes in the electrical activity of your heart, called QT prolongation. QT prolongation can increase the risk of developing a type of irregular heart rhythm known as torsade du poing. Call your healthcare provider right away if you feel faint, have an irregular heartbeat, feel dizzy, or lose consciousness. The most common side effects of Duvyzat include diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, low platelet counts in the blood, increased fat level in the blood, and fever. These are not all of the possible side effects of Duvyzat. For more information, ask your healthcare provider or pharmacist. Call your doctor for medical advice about side effects. You may report side effects to FDA at 1-800-FDA-1088. Please see full prescribing information and medication guide.